Hey, yo, it's your girl FARO, and when I drip, you sip. Welcome to my matrix. Today's drip is called They Want Dead Tim Pool. All right, peeps. It's a little dark because it's actually 12:43 right now in the morning. So I figured, the lighting would be cool. It sets the mood. It's late night, and I just needed to crank out an episode. And honestly, I thought the best way to do this is to focus on Tim Pool. Yes, Tim Pool. I never thought that his name would be in my mouth, especially for a podcast episode. Honestly, never. But I'm gonna do what Tim Pool is doing, and I'm not the only one riding the Tim Pool train. You see, you guys know what's going on with Candace Owens, I'm sure, right? So it seems like a lot of podcasters, small and big, are utilizing Candace Owens' notoriety to get some clicks, get some views, They're jumping on the Candace Owens bandwagon. They want them clicks. All right. Those of us who are smart enough to pay attention know exactly what that is. You guys don't give a shit about Candace. You guys just want to basically benefit off of her wave. Really. That's really what's going on here. So it looks like Tim Pool has decided to jump on the Candace Owens bandwagon, and instead of supporting her views, instead of championing her views, Tim Pool has just literally lost his mind. Honestly, let me just preface this by saying I stopped watching Tim Pool years ago. I want to say 5 years ago. I don't know what happened, but this guy said something that was really weird. I don't even remember what it was. But something inside me said, yeah, you should just stop watching this guy because he's just a little weird. I think he's derailing. He's going off like his original fan base. See, Tim Pool in the beginning, he was like a revolutionary. He had great ideas. We agreed with his ideas. We thought he was progressive, intelligent, and forthcoming. But now, I don't know what happened to Tim Pool. He's just I think he dove into the pool and just never came back out. Honestly, I don't know who this man is, but I will tell you this. We should never forget what this man did. Now, I'm all for forgiveness. I'm all for starting anew, etc., etc. But see, that's not the case here. See, Tim Pool, instead of being apologetic and owning up to things, Tim Pool's the type of guy to act like it never happened. Even worse, he's the type of guy to say one thing and then backtrack to save his ass. So let me just take a moment to prove that. Also, let me take a moment to remind you what Tim Pool did not too long ago. Not too long ago, okay? This is 2024. So I'm going to pull it up. Here is my window, my browser window. You can see this live with me. We're going to go to an article by AP News, which was written on September 5th, 2024. Okay. All right. This is AP. We know AP gets its facts straight. So, here's the headline. And sorry, you hear my cats running around in the background. They're apparently very happy. I don't know. They just love being around this time of night. Anyway, right-wing influencers were duped to work for covert. Damn, my ad blocker is blocking everything. Covert Russian operation, US says. Okay. They have millions of followers online. They have been major players in right-wing political discourse since Donald Trump was president. and they worked unknowingly for a company that was a front for a Russian influence operation, U.S. prosecutors say. An indictment filed Wednesday alleges a media company linked to 6 conservative influencers, which obviously including well-known personalities Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, and Benny Johnson. Hold on one second. I'm back. Jesus Christ. Seems like every time I want to get productive, something stops me. But you know what? I'm going to keep going. So like I was saying, right, including well-known personalities Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, Benny Johnson, was secretly funded by Russian state media employees to churn out English language videos that were often consistent with the Kremlin's interest in amplifying U.S. domestic divisions in order to weaken U.S. opposition to Russian interests, like its war in Ukraine. Okay. Look, regardless of what you believe or what side you're on when it comes to these political views, I will say that it is quite contradicting for you to present yourself as an intellectual journalist who apparently knows better than those of us who support Candace Owens. Yet you have this stain on your journalism record. That's crazy to me. Like, I don't know who you think you are, Tim, but you're a clown. You're a clown. And if you didn't know that this was going on, I am willing to bet that there's a lot of other things that you probably don't have a clue on, right? So when Candace Owens does her interviews, does her investigations, it doesn't surprise me that you cannot follow. It doesn't surprise me at all, because look at you. You're a dum-dum. You took the bait. And not only that, it's not just that he fell for this bait, but the hard fact is that this man, he took a payment to do this. He accepted a payment, and I don't know why it's not mentioning it here. Let's see. Okay, here it is. One unidentified influencer, hold on, contract included a $400,000 monthly fee, $100,000 signing bonus. Okay. So reportedly, I believe Tim Pool accepted about $400,000. Let's say $100,000 to $400,000 monthly. That's insane. That's a lot of money. Okay. So this guy literally took hundreds of thousands of dollars. Forget the whole plot by Russia. Let's say that's bogus. Let's say it never happened. Let's say it's a fraud. Let's say it's a hoax, like Trump loves to say, right? Let's just say. That doesn't negate the fact that you, Tim Pool, accepted money to cover news stories handpicked by a media company that you don't know from a hole in the wall. What kind of person is that? You think we should trust your opinion? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? No. You're an opportunist. It's clear as day you're an opportunist. So just like you accepted that money in exchange for specific coverage, handpicked news coverage and stories, topics, you're doing it again. You're being an opportunist once again by jumping on the Candace Owens wave. But, you know, it would have been nice if you had a brain and actually we're on the right side, but it looks like you're literally brain dead. You're brain dead. And I don't know. This is perfect segue, I think. Recently, I called this man a meth head because I don't know if you've noticed, but if you take a look at Tim Pool's, I'm not going to go to his channel because I don't even want to give him a click or a view. I've seen 2 videos and that was enough. I left my comments, like I said, and that was enough for me. There's no reason to ever go back to that channel, especially after what I'm about to show you, what just transpired. He had the audacity to literally, like, almost curse out Candace Owens. He had a rage fit. He lost his mind. He literally lost it. And it's crazy because the timing is perfect. I literally called this man a meth head recently because of his teeth. Look at his teeth. Go to his channel, view his video, and look at his mouth. Look at his teeth. It is insane. The man has an issue. Okay? I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Maybe he is on drugs. Okay. Let's pull up this video. Here we have Candace Owens explaining what happened.
But he is trying to get me harmed. I don't know what I've ever done to Tim Pool to deserve that at all. But Tim Pool has had some very choice words for me, which were trending last night on X. And I would like to share that to you because he thinks it's an act of bravery to attack me in this moment. So take a listen to Tim Pool.
Candace Owens is a f***ing evil scumbag. She is a degenerate. She is burning everything down, and she's gloating and smiling while she does it. And you know what you told me? She has no security. She doesn't deal with the shit we have to deal with. She's a piece of shit. She's making everyone else suffer. And all of these conservatives out there that send me these messages have no balls to call her out. More and more people have started doing it. They send me these messages. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. I wasn't the first person to do it. I'm not going to take credit for that. But don't DM me like I did something for you as you cower, scared that she'll put you on her thumbnail and claim you benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination, which she's doing to me right now.
Yeah, that was the...
I'm done with these people.
She has security, just not on the level of you.
Oh, yeah, the one fat guy you mentioned with no wall and no barrier in a suburban neighborhood with neighbors. She doesn't give 2 No one's out for her. She's lying about all of this. You told me you went to her house and she's got a 4-foot wall and one fat guy, and she doesn't give a about her security. Meanwhile, I get bullets fired at my property and I have to go live in the middle of nowhere. And I got strangers coming up to my house in Maryland, breaking in. I got people showing up and beating up the residents who try to live there. How the am I even supposed to sell this property?
So there's a lot to unpack there. First and foremost, what you are seeing right there is on a display of testosterone. Men that speak to women like this are not tough guys, okay? What you are seeing is actually a display of estrogen.
I mean, I don't think it's just estrogen. I think the man is on crack. I mean, is that not meth head activity? That boy lost it. He lost it. I don't know what's going... I do know. He's jealous. He's super jealous. It's crazy because, like, Tim Pool's been on top for a long time. I think. For years. He's made good money as a podcaster. You know? He's where I wish I could be right now. Making money off of podcasting. That is the dream right now. He just seems to be super jealous because he's getting not enough attention, not as much attention as Candace is right now. But Candace, I mean, here's the funny thing. Tim appears to be jealous that Candace, it just doesn't make sense because Candace, her life is on the line right now. She's in danger, right? But he's claiming that he's been in danger for like ever. And his own fans make a mockery of him by mimicking him because apparently he's, he almost died every month or so. Like he's always getting shot at or being attacked. Apparently they want this man dead, supposedly. But Candace is also in grave danger. So is he mad that she hasn't died yet? I don't get it. Like, this doesn't make sense. And then he goes on to claim that she has no security, which is something you really shouldn't air in public. Right? That's just weird. Like, you are literally calling for the violence of a woman. You have literally lost it. You are like Deadpool in real life. You are just insane, nonsensical, and you're a complete clown. You're also sinister as fuck. Look at you. Look at you. You are literally acting like the meth head I claim you are. Holy crap. Go see a psychologist, please. You don't need a psychiatrist. We already know you're on drugs. Go see a psychologist, someone that can actually help you with your issues instead of just prescribing you medication. I'm just going to leave it there. This was going to be a quick one. Again, I am jumping on the Tim Pool train now. Since everyone wants to jump on the Candace Owens train, I'm just going to ride the Tim Pool wave. Let's go tat for tat. Hey, I need the views. You do not. I'm the one that's struggling. You are not. So, you know what? Fuck the Tim Pool. How about that? Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate your time. It's been a pleasure. And I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good night, folks. Laters.